Economic Freedom Fighters leader Juliuos Malema says he will not turn against Africans who have genuine challenges in their countries and are fleeing reprisals and harassment. Speaking to SABC International News editor Sophie Mokoena, Malema said past leaders such as Nelson Mandela, Kwame Nkrumah and Muammar Gaddafi fought to unify Africans. It's a noble idea that must be defended and implemented.
You can't say, also, on the other hand, we want to decolonize the continent and come back on the other side and say we want the borders. The borders were imposed by colonizers, and therefore to say you want borders, you are perpetuating the legacy of colonialism, and it has got nothing to do with decolonizing the continent. We need to be one, because one strong currency in Africa is a threat to the dollar and threat to many other strong currencies. One united military in Africa is a threat to a lot of armies in the world, which many of them actually use Africans as mercenaries. So we've got this courage that once we've got one army and we've got our resources together and we've got our land back, the whole world will treat us as equal. The people who say we can't be one, it is those who are threatened by the unity of Africa, and they sponsor the disunity of Africa.
The Pan-Africanist, I want one Africa, I want one united Africa, but an Africa found on the basis of justice, fairness, equity, and progress. Not one found on retrogression, on backwardness, on corruption, on stealing and on looting. And this is what I want Africans to actually digest. Africans must ask themselves this question. Why is there this global conspiracy against Biafra? I have an answer to that. It is because Biafra portends goodwill for the whole of Africa. And they understand this very clearly. We cannot be blaming the permanent staff of the UN, because we are the ones that created the enabling environment for them to come in, to exploit and to do whatever thing that they want to do.
There is lack of leadership also in the whole country and the whole continent. To an extent, we do not produce a car. There's people who come to South Africa. Let's take Nigerians, for instance. Nigeria is doing well, better than us. It's always either us or Nigeria, number one. They still leave their country and come here. Not because there is an economic crisis per se. There should be something unique about us. These Africans like us. They look up to South Africa. Why is South Africa not producing a South African car? Because there is already the continental market. Quarter a population of Africa is in Nigeria. Why do you fight them instead of embracing them and making them your customers, because they love everything South Africans? All of this is not happening because we've got lack of leadership. There's a crisis of electricity, not only in South Africa, in the whole of SADC region. We've got the biggest electricity company called ESCO. Why are we not capacitating it and start providing the whole SADC with electricity, and the whole SADC starts paying South Africa for the electricity that comes from South Africa and create more jobs for our people? It is because there is no visionary leadership, not because there are no opportunities. Everything has been killed. State-owned companies have been destroyed.
They do not want black people to be developed. That is why they're doing what they're doing. Look at the whole, should I say, high commission, running all over the place, telling the country how to be run. The same things that from Nkrumah, Juliuos Malema, Azikiwe, all of them, but it's the Lumba, Jomo Kenyatta fought. The same thing that Mandela fought. Black people are now tolerating it. The same thing we are fighting, we want independence, we want self-rule today, this very morning or afternoon or evening. One single woman is crossing the whole of Nigeria, telling the Nigerian police people to kill.
It's sponsored from somewhere where the blacks, apart from being divided between white and black, we must still divide the blacks themselves, so that there is no group in society that is united with a common purpose. So the principle I'm driving now, I don't care whether it's popular or not. but people should at least know what you stand for. I don't know what our president stands for. I don't know what our government stands for. And therefore, I refuse to be like them and be turned into an amoeba because there is a sponsored outrage against that which I stand for. No, rather die with my boots on than die on my knees.
Africa must forget about democracy. Wow. Yes. Africa must forget about democracy. Africa must go back to monarchy. The ruling systems in the world that have worked perfectly has been monarchy. Africa is not at the age of democracy. Democracy is being sold to us, we bought into it, but really, it's not working for us.
Because they want a world where very illiterate, nomadic set of people will be in charge of governance, where you have refineries and they're no longer working, where you produce oil and gas, they still import kerosene and fuel for your cars, where they want to impoverish people. For those who may not be acquainted, or should I say familiar with the book that one of our very good friends wrote in years gone by, Walter Rodney. He was at Diaspora University where he was assassinated by the CIA very many years ago. Walter Rodney wrote a very compelling book called How Europe Underdeveloped Africa. What we are witnessing today is precisely what he was trying to explain to us. If you allow yourselves to be taken over by greed, by self-preservation and the trappings that you find in North America and in Europe and in Far East Asia, you will never ever develop your land. We are fighting for Biafra that we may restore our lost dignity. We are fighting for Biafra that black people all over the world may be set free at last. We are fighting for Biafra not that we may have or commence the building of a large empire, not at all. We are asking for a Biafra where we can live and die with a semblance of dignity. Because right now people are dying, but there isn't any dignity. We must stand very tall and very strong, resist our enemies. That thing that we are thinking now that is impossible to accomplish very soon, we will say it. We must remain resilient.
Firstly, our intention is to build a continental movement. That's why the logo of the EFF is Africa. It's not South Africa. We did so deliberately because we know that South Africa will never succeed in an economic liberation without other African countries being economically liberated.
Therefore, I'm asking all of you to remain very resolute, remain very strong. Do not allow yourself to become distracted. We have almost won. As Dr. Basanga said here a while ago, we have awoken the consciousness of not just ethnic nationalities within Nigeria, but the entire African continent as a whole. We have won the debate.
You spoke about the continental movement. What do you hope to achieve with this continental movement?
Well, this movement is necessitated by political vacuum in the continent. We lack inspirational leadership. We lack the leadership with a political will in the continent. All of our leaders today are driven by personal accumulation and desire for power. They just enjoy presiding over their small territories and being called president or prime ministers. They hold no agenda to unite the continent, protect its minerals, and make sure that the continent is put in the world map as an equal partner to Asia, as an equal partner to Europe and America and the rest of the world. So our mission is to make sure that there is one president in Africa, there is one cabinet in Africa, there is one currency in Africa, there is one military in Africa, and there is one reserve bank for the continent. We need an African command team, highly capacitated and highly sophisticated, to deal with any form of killing of civilians in Africa, because we need to put an end to that nonsensical act where when a person holds a different view, it's a target for assault or killing. We need inspired African solution when it comes to peace and economic development of our continent. We need the land of Africa, both under Francophones and Anglophones, owned by the people of Africa and stopping to see each other through the eyes of our colonizers. That's all what we want as the EFF. We are a younger generation, we are an inspired generation, and we are no longer our parents, and they must stop treating us the same way they treated our parents.
I want our people to develop the mindset of their parents. Never say die. There were a group of people called the Mau Mau in Kenya. There were a group of people called the Kumeku in our land. These are the two people that forced the British to a standstill. Go and ask anywhere. And the remnants, of course, of the Benin Kingdom, we must acknowledge them because they also fought very gallantly as well. We did not fight because we didn't like the Bible that the white man brought to us or the whiskey that accompanied it. We fought because we are free people. The time has come for us to restore the kingdom of heaven upon the face of this earth. The time has come for Biafra to be re-established. The time has come for Black Africa to be free. The time has come for every Black person, regardless of where you are in the world, to stand tall and to say, I am an African. Remain very strong, remain very resolute, and may Chukwuka be with you all.